Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is puzzle number 100 for 2024. Not a very special puzzle to celebrate my 100th puzzle, but it is the puzzle that I chose to do for the Woodland Creatures Puzzle Along, hosted by It's Puzzling which I will try to put that in the description box below. This puzzle along runs from the 9th through the 16th. I chose two new puzzles, which is this one in Amazon Rainforest, and also Woodland Creatures, which is a puzzle that I would be repeating. But I wanted to get the two 1,000 pieces done, and that is what this one is. Now, when I started this puzzle, I did start it as a time lapse, but I changed my mind and then I came up with something different. I decided to make a few clips of the puzzle as I went along, and I'll see if I like doing it this way. That way it kind of makes the puzzle more personal to me rather than just putting the pieces together and then going back and just picking up the next puzzle. So enjoy my commentary and I'll check with you at the end of this video. So here is my progress. I am beginning day 2 of this puzzle right here, Hike in the Woods, an eeBoo 1,000 piece square puzzle. I was ill yesterday and I feel pretty much lousy today, but I did get a few pieces in between having to lie down. I'm beginning to notice that each little area has just a different shade of green, if you notice that. So now that I can, well, I saw that last night, but I was sick. I went to bed at 7:30 last night. But I see like that green, and the green changes a little bit right there. Obviously it's dark there. You've got that little stripe, so you're following that. And so like, for example, these pieces right here, I pulled two and I put one in already, which is this piece. And now I just have to see where this piece goes. But I am looking forward to spending some time with this puzzle today. I'm doing my darndest not to have to lay back down. But I just wanted to show you. Oh, and like, for example, these pieces here. And if we take the box, okay. I'm sorry, I don't have the poster out. I don't usually keep the eeBoo poster out. But you have this mushroom that's down there. So I was able to grab those pieces there. And I know that this is going to repeat on the upper left side. So, for example, these pieces right here are going to go in on my left side, so I just have to move them. So that is my progress. I'm loving the vivacity of this puzzle. You know, I've mentioned many times how much I enjoy eeBoo, and this puzzle is a perfect example of that. Okay, I thought I would take a moment to talk a little bit while I'm in the process of working on the puzzle. And I also thought, as I glanced over at the clock, that it's exactly 24 hours after I started this puzzle. What significance does that play? Well, last night, well, I won't say 24 hours. We'll say 25 to 26 hours. Because last night, I flipped over the pieces, got the border together, and got a couple of pieces over here, and sat here and looked at all that green. And my brain says, not tonight, Robin. So what did I do? Let's see if we can do this without the glare. Let's give me a second to adjust my lamp. So what did I do? I decided to lay down, and I think I was going to read. I was reading a book by Alice Castle, which is called A Seaside Murder, and I had about 80 pages left. So I figured I'm just going to lay down and finish this Alice Castle book and get this book review out, and then I'll go to bed. Oh yeah, 7:30 p.m. last night. What drove me to even consider going to bed so early last night was all of this green. Look at it. Look at it. But now it's a day later, and I haven't just been at this puzzle table. I've done other things today, including making, recording and editing a couple of videos, reading a book by Lisa Reagan, and writing a book review. No, I think I wrote 2 book reviews today. Yes, I wrote A Seaside Murder and Remember Her Name. I wrote those 2 book reviews. So it's been a busy day. Started to notice, and it's hard to not get the glare, but I started to notice that there are very distinct shades of green in all of these sections. Since I had done a few of these pieces before I went to bed last night, I started here. I noticed that you had white on green, and then you had pale green on dark green, and then I noticed these greens. And I'm just building from the bottom up. And then tomorrow, my intent is to finish up to at least this gentleman's shirt, which is blue and he has on the backpack. So my intent tonight is to get all of this part done, and then in the morning turn my table around and work on those sky pieces. And let's talk about those sky pieces. This whole tray, all these pieces have blue. So when I am doing puzzles, I generally do sky first, but that's not possible with this puzzle, especially because I worked on it at a time when I was very groggy, very tired. All of these blue pieces here are going to comprise of about the top third of this puzzle. So my intent, like I said, tonight is to at least get the bottom 2/3 of this puzzle done. I would guesstimate that I'm a little over 1/3 done, so I want to do 1 more third, and then, like I said, I'll flip over there. Okay, I'm back. Remember I said I wanted to get this bottom 2/3, oh, I have a piece here, this bottom 2/3 done. I'm loving this puzzle. I love the eeBoo brand. There's a couple of videos that I want to make to talk about my puzzle experience. So I'm, processing all of those thoughts. But I just love this puzzle. Look at all of these mushrooms. I got most of them done. There's 2 here, there's 1 there, there's 4 here. This one I haven't connected, but I know at some point it's going to connect over here. But I have to finish this deer. And then I have part of this deer. I just have to find the rest of it. And oh, I'm loving it. So I just thought I would check in. Well, I'm back. I just wanted to show you that I achieved my goal, and I now can feel good about stopping for the night to put together my book review that's due tomorrow, and then maybe do a couple of more, because I think I have 1 tomorrow, skip a day, and then I have 2 in a row. So I might just go ahead and get them all written tonight. But look at this. I got all the pieces here. All I have left is the sky. So I laid out these pieces on the table. I put the drawers away so you see all the pieces. And I am loving this Hike in the Woods puzzle from eeBoo. It's fabulous. It's just absolutely fabulous. These puzzles are so rewarding. They're so vivacious and bright and happy. And I'm just in love with it. I'm so in love with it. Isn't this great? And that's all I have. Hello. I thought I'd come in and make a quick clip to show you that I just sat down to my puzzle, and these pieces are falling into place pretty quickly, and I guess overestimated it or underestimated. I thought this would be 1/3 of the puzzle, but it's more like 1/4 of the puzzle because all of this is done. So I'm excited to go ahead and get this finished and then to edit this video. And what I'm noticing right now, and I'm going to try to count, is this is where a lot of the woodland creatures are. So I'm going to go ahead and finish it, and then I'm going to see how many tiny creatures are there in these trees. Lots of little birds, and this is part of a squirrel right here. Not quite done putting it together. These two connect. These two sections connect somehow. It's just probably one piece in between. So let me get back to this puzzle. Okay, I am almost done. I did take a still picture for the slideshow, but I just wanted to show you, I don't know, 15, 20 pieces left. I don't know how many that is. I should have counted. I'm going to throw those pieces in, come back and see how many of these animals I can recognize. I'm going to say that this is a jackrabbit right here. I've been thinking about this for the last 15 minutes. But it's so big compared to the size of the deer. That's why I was questioning it. If it was smaller in comparison to the deer, I might have, I don't know. Tell me what you think. All right, let me get back and finish this puzzle. All right, everybody. This puzzle is done. Take a look at it. Isn't this a beautiful eeBoo puzzle? And as I mentioned, it's called A Hike in the Woods. You've got a couple taking a walk with several woodland animals, which fits in perfectly with the Woodland Creatures Puzzle Along this week on Instagram. And it runs into the 16th, so I should be able to get at least one more puzzle done for that event. But I just wanted to show you this. My favorite part of the puzzle would be the mushrooms. What is your favorite part of this puzzle? And isn't it cool that, just putting my glasses down, isn't it cool that each mushroom is just a bit different? That's what happened when I was working on the green. I started to recognize you have dark green on pale green, or white on pale green on dark green. Well, the same thing with the mushrooms. They vary just a bit in color so that it made it easy to put together. We're trying to establish what this is. Sorry for shaking the camera. Of course, that's a deer. That's a fox standing behind the mushroom, a very tall mushroom, or just the angle. And then in this upper corner, you have 3 birds, 4th, 5th, and 6th bird right there. Then you have a beautiful owl. More flowers, yellow flowers. Over here, you have a few more birds. I think I count 5. 5 small birds, 1 bigger bird. The squirrel that I mentioned earlier, and the 2 skunks that I mentioned earlier. Oh, I forgot about these 2. They were hiding from me. What is it? What's going on there? So there you have it. Woodland Creatures. Isn't this a beautiful... Oh, this is a fowl, if I'm not mistaken. So, beautiful puzzle. And the artist or the illustrator for this puzzle is Miranda Sofrigno. And I'll read that little blurb in just a few moments. Okay, if you've lasted throughout this part of the video, then I hope that you enjoyed my commentary. Sometimes I'll put a little commentary here and there while I'm doing the puzzle, but this I try to do a little bit differently to let you see what my puzzling process was like. But I know that this slide shows a repeat of what was at the beginning of the video, but it will give me the chance to share with you about the illustrator as well as the poem on the back of the box. So the box says about the illustrator, Miranda Sofrigno was born in the UK but now lives in Melbourne, Australia. She is inspired by travel and nature and creating whimsical narrative worlds that invite the audience inside. She starts every morning with an espresso and a pan de stella, which is a chocolate cookie covered with little white stars. So that's our illustrator. And on the back of each eeBoo box, we always have a poem. And here this poem reads, "Alone, together, quiet hiking, should be to everybody's liking. Listen, you may hear a chorus. Hiding creatures share the forest. Join the parts and see the whole. The woods are good for every soul." So that is the poem for the back of the box for this beautiful eeBoo puzzle. And if I haven't told you in quite a while, it says Always Good, located in New York City, using recycled materials, and it's a woman-owned, mother-run company. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you with my next one.